Yes. So what I'm looking for is 6 groups. I think that's probably a good number, and then that would be 6 people representing those groups. Any other individuals that want to be present. I've locked in kind of a date, June 27th or 28th. Just somebody has something firm. I'm sure as things roll out, there'll be problems. This one and that one can't and everything. That's the general date I'm shooting for. I have a contact at Pix 11 News here in New York. I'm not going to contact them because that's going to be some more details and we'll work that out until I have the commitment of 6 people. So essentially what we're going to do is if we can get some of those cards printed up, that would be great. Every group will have their own prepared statement. So you want to write something down that you can give to the newscaster, okay? That's about your organization. Wow, this is going to be really windy. I can feel the wind. But our main focus is that we're there to support Mark and his daughter in a call for a panel of experts to be held at the United Nations. We're going to call it biannual because also in Geneva, Switzerland is mostly where the human rights are all set up over there. Ours is Security Council, ECOSOC is kind of focused here in New York. The important point in terms of having the membership so we can have more leverage and power is because, as I said before, you put down under your organization how many members you represent, how many members you have there. And then you're going to poll your members to find out how many of their family members are impacted by this. So therefore we have 2 numbers. As I said once before, say you have 539 people in your group, your whatever, members, and then they're impacted by say 10, 15 family members are impacted. I'll just do 10. So that becomes 5,390 people are really impacted by the actions of just 539 parents. Now, as we know, it's not just the actions of the parents. There are many people who are complicit in this. And we won't go down the list, but we know who they are. That's another reason why we want this panel of experts, okay? Some of the things that I'm gonna cut and go into the second little clip about what's happening with Dr. Childress down in Washington, D.C., and et cetera, et cetera. But we do know having experts with current knowledge that are going to be coming with the DSM-5 and whatever it is, the CDI or CID, whatever it is, that's the International Body Collection of Disease Entities or something, number 11. So that's going to be current state of the art. And the reason that we want this and need this is twofold. We'll have published papers that may be submitted. We want to push for that once we get our foot in the door with the World Health Organization. They're going to be presented at the United Nations. Every parent should be able to reference these documents as to, you know what, Your Honor, you're not a psychologist, you're not a social worker, you have a law degree. Stick with what you know. We're going to tell you what the experts say. And then hopefully one other thing that could come out of this, or will come out of this, is this constant bickering as to Gardnerian versus AB, which one is real. I don't have time for these knuckleheads to make money and harm me and my daughter, you and your children, debating on whether or not cigarettes cause cancer, okay? That's my thumbnail that I'm going to always use. This is something that we should use in any press releases that come out. So that's kind of the real short focus of what this is going to be about. So I need 6 people to represent 6 groups. Anybody else that can come along. It'll be June 27th, the 28th, here in New York City, just outside of the United Nations. Bring in your listing of your members and how many family members are being impacted by that. Bring in your little one-pager of what your organization is about and the fact that you are supporting this panel. You see, this is where it becomes very, very important. No longer are we seen as fragmented entities that are chasing the ball all over the field. We're a team now. That's right, we got center field, right field, left field, shortstops, pitcher, and a catcher. We are a cohesive team that work in different areas, but we all know it comes down to child maltreatment, psychological child abuse, in whatever forms it comes out. Okay? Thank you. Talk to you again.